elbow with an ude hishigi ude gatame. The uke grabs the back of the tori's collar and steps back with his left foot to pull the tori down. The tori, however, pivots to the left and raises his left arm to protect his face, and with his right fist punches the uke in the solar plexus. He immediately clamps the uke's right wrist between his neck and shoulder and applies an ude hishigi ude gatame to control him. The tori uses his left arm to protect himself and delivers a right punch into the uke's solar plexus. He then clamps the uke's right wrist between his neck and shoulder and applies an ude gatame to his right elbow to control him, supporting his own left hand with his right. The uke, once he grabs the back of the tori's collar, should step back with his left foot and pull sharply. Sixth technique, ushirojime, choke from behind. The tori twists his body and pulls the uke face down onto the mat and applies an ude hishigi tegatame to control him. As soon as the uke attempts a hadaka-jime, the tori tucks in his chin and pulls down on the uke's right forearm with both hands to control the arm and twists his body to free himself. He then presses the uke's right elbow down to pull him down and controls him with an ude hishigi tegatame. The tori controls the uke's right arm with his right shoulder to slip free of the uke's right armpit. Seventh technique, kakai-dori, seize and hold from behind. The uke puts his arms around the tori in a bear hug. The tori immediately stomps on the uke's right foot with the ball of his right foot and frees himself by lowering his hips and pushing his elbows aside. He then pushes the uke's right elbow up to twist his arm and throws him to the lower right corner. The tori should grab the uke's right wrist from the top and bring his right forearm up against the uke's right elbow to twist his arm and throw him. After completing kakai-dori, the uke and tori move on to the techniques against an unarmed attack from a distance. First technique, naname uchi, slanting strike. The tori completes the technique by throwing the uke with an osoto otoshi. The uke aims a blow at the tori's left temple. The tori evades the blow by turning slightly to the right and delivers an uppercut. He then takes the uke's right upper arm with his left hand and throws him with a migi osoto otoshi. Second technique, ango tsuki, uppercut. The tori keeps his left arm extended as he throws the uke forward to the left. The tori sweeps up with his right hand to deflect the uke's uppercut, grabs his right wrist, and then with his left hand pushes the uke's right elbow towards his face. The tori takes a big step forward with his left foot and throws the uke forward to the left. Note how the tori locks the uke's right elbow. The tori grabs the uke's right wrist with his right hand and his elbow with his left hand, thumb down. The Tori uses his right hand to twist the uke's right arm while using his left hand to push the uke's elbow toward his face. Third technique, Gammentsuki, thrust punch to face. The uke steps forward and tries to punch the Tori in the face with his left fist. The Tori evades the blow and punches the uke's left side with his right fist, following with a hadakajime. When the uke signals defeat, the Tori releases his hold and moves to the left. The uke falls back naturally and performs ukemi. Fourth technique, maegeri, front kick. The Tori should twist the uke's ankle outwards while scooping his leg up and push him back until he falls. The Tori dodges the uke's kick to the groin by turning outwards and grabs the uke's ankle from underneath with his left hand. He then places his right hand on the sole of the uke's right foot and scoops the leg up with both hands to push him so that he falls on his back. The Tori places his right hand on the sole of the uke's foot and twists the ankle outwards. By twisting the ankle outwards, the Tori is able to gain more control over the uke. The fifth technique is yokogeri, side kick. Observe the timing of how the Tori pulls the uke down on his back. The uke tries to kick the Tori's right side. The Tori deflects the kick with his right forearm and moves directly behind the uke. He then places both hands on the uke's shoulders and pulls him down on his back to the right. The Tori seizes the uke's momentary loss of balance to pull him down. Note the timing carefully. From yokogeri to the techniques against armed attack. First, with the dagger. When handling a weapon, the uke should kneel on his left knee. The first technique, tsukake, thrust. The Tori locks the uke's left elbow with an ude hishigi tegatame. Before the uke can strike, the Tori restrains his left elbow and strikes his eyes with his left hand, fingers extended. The Tori then grabs the uke's wrist from above with his left hand and twists it upwards. He steps back with his left foot and pulls the uke down diagonally, controlling him with an ude hishigi tegatame. When controlling the uke, the Tori does not need to place his right knee on the uke's back. The Tori steps in with his right foot and takes the uke's elbow in his right hand, thumb up. He then holds the palm of his left hand in front of the uke's eyes to blind him and grabs the uke's wrist from above and twists it upwards. He then pulls the uke down and controls him. Second technique, chokutsuki, straight thrust. When applying the ude hishigi wakigatame, the tori should break the uke's balance to the upper right corner. The uke attempts to stab the tori in the stomach. The tori turns his body slightly to the right and grabs the uke's right elbow. He then delivers an uppercut with his right and, taking the uke's wrist from below, breaks his balance. The tori takes the uke's left wrist from below with his right hand, supporting his hold from above with his left hand, and breaks the uke's balance to control him. The third technique, nanametsuki, slanting stab. The tori applies a kotegaishi, followed by an ude hishigi tengatame to control him and remove the dagger. The uke raises the dagger above his head to attempt to stab the left side of the tori's neck. The tori grabs the uke's wrist from the top with his left hand in a kotegaishi and applies pressure to the wrist with his right hand to bring the uke down. The tori then presses his right knee against the uke's right side and slides his right hand underneath to catch the uke's wrist. The tori should be careful not to grab the blade. From nanametsuki, the last technique involving a dagger, to the techniques using a stick. The uke kneels with his left knee to pick up the stick and holds it so that it's pointed to the floor. First technique, furiage, upswing against stick. The tori pushes up the uke's chin and throws him with a migi osotogari. The uke steps back with his right foot and raises the stick diagonally. Before he can strike, the tori blocks the uke's right arm with his left forearm and pushes his chin up with the bottom of his right palm and throws him with a migi osotogari. Note the way the tori uses his hands. The uke performs ukemi while holding the stick. Second technique, furi oroshi, downswing against stick. Watch how the tori hits the uke in the face and follows with a strike between the brows.